So Skyscraper is a new action film starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who plays a former FBI agent who lost his leg in a mission back in the day. Fast forward to the present day, and the tallest skyscraper in the world has just been built in Hong Kong, and Dwayne Johnson has been hired to measure the building's safety, and of course some bad guys come in, they want to take over the tower, they want to burn it to the ground, so The Rock has to come in and save the day and save his family. And yeah, like everybody else, when I saw the trailers for this film, I was like, oh, Die Hard ripoff. Okay then. And the film is not entirely a Die Hard ripoff, but it is a very derivative and cliched action film. Everything in this film you have seen in 100 other action films. 10 minutes into this film and you'll have the entire thing mapped out in terms of characters, character development, villains, cliches, the story directions. These guys are villains, those guys are villains, the family members are over here, so The Rock's got to go over here, here, here. He has to do this, that and the other. The entire thing will be completely mapped out for you in the first 10 minutes, I guarantee it. But about halfway into this film, I sat back and I was like, okay, this film is not trying to be anything special or original or new. It's throwing the rules of logic and possibility completely out the window, so let's just look at the film for what the film's trying to be. A fun action film with a great lead star that wants nothing more than to entertain the audience. And the film does do its job. I enjoyed watching Skyscraper. It's a completely dopey action film, 100%. Like I said, the rules of logic and possibility thrown completely out the window. Things that happen in this film make no sense. But the film knows what it is, and it doesn't try to be anything more than what it's trying to be. The Rock has proven himself to be a good action star, and he is good here. He makes the film a lot more watchable than it would be if he wasn't in it. Like if John Cena was the lead guy, I don't think I would have liked the film as much as I did. But The Rock completely carries this film. He's a good action star, and you can tell he wants this to be his version of Die Hard, but still not quite his Die Hard yet. He needs to do better films though. A lot of The Rock's films in recent years have been like fine, passable, decent entertainment. He's yet to have his Die Hard or his Terminator. If you want to be the Bruce Willis or the Arnold Schwarzenegger of today, do better films, Rock. I also liked the wife/mum in this film as well. She wasn't a completely useless damsel in distress. She knew what she was doing, and she could actually throw down as well. There's one part where a guy comes and she kicks his ass. So good job on that character film. The villains in the film, yeah, completely cliche. Who gives a damn? Whatever. There's not really a lot to say about Skyscraper really, but what you need to know before seeing it, if you plan on seeing it, is it's nothing original, it's nothing new, it's very derivative. Everything you've seen in this film, you've seen in lots of other action films before, including the Die Hard-esque premise and the final action scene, which is kind of like a rip-off of the mirror action scene from John Wick 2. I understand homaging films like Die Hard because that's a 30-year-old classic, but John Wick 2 came out just last year. I mean, come on, give it some space. So it's completely derivative and unoriginal as hell, but The Rock does a good job in the film. The action scenes are decent in the film. There's a couple of suspenseful parts where it's like hanging from the building. It's a moderately entertaining film that if you go watch now, you might enjoy for what it is, but it might be completely forgettable in a couple of weeks' time. And then 2 years from now, you'll pop on Netflix and Skyscraper will pop up and you're like, oh yeah, Skyscraper, I forgot about that film. I had a decent time with the film, so in the end, I'm going to give Skyscraper a 3 out of 5. At least it'll hold you over till Mission Impossible comes out in 2 weeks' time. So what did you guys think of Skyscraper if you've seen the film, and what's your favourite Dwayne Johnson-led film? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know down there, and if you want to see more of my stuff, click on one of these, and I'll see you all in the next video.